Tumeongeza hatujaongeza? Tumeongeza hatujaongeza? Number 2, you look at our manifesto. We sat with the teachers and the other stakeholders in education sector during the campaigns. And we established that we had a deficit of 116,000 teachers. In other words, we did not have enough teachers. We committed during the campaign that we will close the gap so that you can have a good ratio of teachers to pupils. In the last 3.5 years, President Ruto's administration has employed 100,000 teachers, the highest number of teachers employed by any administration in a period of 4 years. Hapo awali tulikuwa tunaandika walimu 4,000 kwa mwaka, 5,000 kwa mwaka. Na kwa sababu tulikuwa tunahitaji kuajiri walimu 116,000 in 5 years, tukaona tukienda na hiyo style hatutafika. And therefore you can see, if we continued employing 5,000 teachers per year, it would have taken 20-something years to employ 116,000 teachers. Nearly 24 years. William Ruto has already employed 100,000. We are remaining with 16,000. Na hii mwaka tunamalizana na hiyo commitment. Rais Ruto ni fire, si fire. President Ruto's administration has also built 23,000 classrooms. Is in the process of building 1,600 laboratories. President Ruto's administration, the UD administration, the Kenya Kwanza administration has also ensured that going forward, we reduce the number of university students who cannot afford to pay fees. We have introduced a new student-centered funding model that looks at the needs of the individual student as opposed to sending money to universities. And today, I can assure you that many universities that were facing insolvency have come out of insolvency because of the new university funding model. We have increased the money that we give HELB, Higher Education Loans Board. In 2022, it was 17 billion. Last year, 41 billion. We have increased the money we give our universities. In 2022, it was 41 billion, 45 billion. Today, or last year, it was 82 billion. And therefore, I want to hear those who are criticizing this administration in matters education to look at Kenyans in the eye and tell us what facts, what logic are they using in their assessment. Mimi nasema hivi vile vile. Munajua wakati wa campaign, everywhere we went, wananchi walikuwa wanasema abolish CBC. Ni kweli si kweli? Kwa sababu CBC ilikuwa na mzigo, curriculum ilikuwa na mzigo mkubwa kwa wazazi. Mtoto anakuja nyumbani, anaambiwa tengeneza gari overnight. Sijui shona, sijui nini, shona kitenge, upeleke shule asubuhi. Wazazi walikuwa wanasema toa hiyo CBC. Leo mmesikia hiyo kelele ya curriculum ya CBC? Si imeisha? Mwenye kunyorosha ni nani? Mwenye kunyorosha ni nani? Rais Ruto ni fire, si fire. Aendelea si endelee? Kwa mambo ya TVET, munajua ya kwamba this government so far has employed 3,300 TVET tutors or lecturers. For a long time, the government had forgotten that sector. Enrollment ya wale wanafunzi wako kwa TVET. You know, ordinarily, kwa sababu mimi ni mtu nimekuwa hapo mbele nilikuwa nafundisha, I can say this: you should have more young people in TVETs and tertiary colleges than in universities. Si ni kweli? But we found an inverted pyramid. There were more students in university than in TVETs. Today, the figure of TVET students, which was at 297,000 in 2022, has risen to 718,000 in 3 years. Today, we have introduced far-reaching curriculum changes in TVET, including modularization, to allow Juakali artisans and other people who want to go to TVET to come in for 2-3 weeks for a module, go back and work, come later for another module, go and work, come for another module, and accumulate a credit system that will give them a final certificate once they finish all the modules. So we have introduced curriculum changes to introduce modularization of the curriculum, to introduce recognition of prior learning, and to introduce the dual training policy that mandates or that makes it mandatory for all TVET students to have industry experience before they graduate. Ni 2 terms, si 2 terms. 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 Wacha nione mbwekse ya William Ruto jameni, mbwekse, mbwekse, mbwekse. Wale ambao wanaongea mambo ya elimu tafadhali, I want to reiterate what the party leader said recently. Please don't disturb us. We are trying to sort out the mess you created in the education sector. Tunataka tuwawekee kibao hapo, men at work. Don't disturb. Don't disturb. Wewe hapana sumbua sisi. We are busy fixing the problems that you left in the education sector. Ni fire, si fire. Ni fire, si fire. And you know what surprises us? The people lecturing us about schools, about education, during their tenure, all these problems were manufactured when they were in office. Shida ya curriculum, shida ya no teachers, no classrooms, all these problems were manufactured when they were in office. And the only track record we know of when they are in office, when they were in office, in that sector of education, is selling land for a school here in Nairobi called Ruaraka. Si kuna ardhi iliuzwa hapa ya Ruaraka ya shule? Si mnajua wale waliuza? Hao watu wawachane na sisi. Tutawaibisha. 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 Wewe nani wewe? Wewe nani? Wewe. Wewe. Wacha bwana. Thank you very much. So, wasituchokoze, na wakituchokoza tutawaambia vile tuliambia ule mwingine pale Mbere North. Tutawaambia vile tuliambia ule mwingine pale Mbere North. Simulisikia mambo ya Mbere North? Ile mambo ya Wamuthende? Wewe nani wewe? Wewe nani wewe? Wewe nani wewe? Wewe nani wewe? Bas. Number 4. Naomba tuketi jameni. Naomba tuketi. Number 4 ni mambo ya afya. Munajua ya kwamba we committed in our manifesto to change the health insurance program. Sio ati ni mambo tulianza wakati tumeingia ofisi. We said we will change it kwa sababu ile NHIF ilikuwa na Wakenya 7 million only. na tukasema ya kwamba hii NHIF iko na ubaguzi. Wa Kenya ni 55 million, but only 7 million were covered by NHIF. Ilikuwa lazima uwe na mshahara, uwe na pesa, ndio ukuwe na insurance ya NHIF. Tukabadilisha, tukaleta mfumo wa kufanya kila mtu akuwe sawa. We need to equalize everybody, whether you have a job or you don't have a job. Whether you have a salary, you don't have a salary. You have a business, you don't have a business. You can fall sick, you need a medical cover, which will take care of you and reduce your medical bills. Today, we have a better scheme that is covering more Kenyans. Instead of the 7 million Kenyans that were covered under NHIF, this morning, under SHA, Taifa Care, 29.2 million Kenyans are registered. Na bado tunaendelea. By December tutafika 45 million. By June next year tutafika 55 million. Hiyo ndio inaitwa universal health coverage ya kila mtu. The challenges that we are addressing now going forward is about the availability of the right drugs in time. Already we have decentralized the availability of health commodities. Hakuna haja sasa kubeba madawa kutoka KEMSA inaenda county headquarters. Madawa sasa inaenda direct kwa dispensary, kwa health center, kwa hospitali. We have also introduced a national equipment support program where we are installing equipment in our health facilities, and we are targeting eventually not to concentrate only on level 6, 5, and 4 as was done previously, but we want to take equipment now to level 2 and level 3 hospitals so that they can have the right equipment. Tuendelee tusiendelee. In terms of primary health care, you know, one of the early policy decisions we made under President Ruto was to employ community health promoters. We have 107,000 CHPs in partnership with county government that are helping at the grassroots to educate the public and make sure that we prevent dangerous diseases from accumulating and from escalating to levels where they become expensive to treat. We have 107,831 CHPs supporting communities at the grassroots and helping them so that to prevent diabetes, to prevent hypertension, to prevent other diseases, and also to encourage those who have existing conditions to take their medicine and to change their lifestyles so that they can live longer, because if you have the right medical advice, even if you have a condition, you can live for a very long time. CHPs in fire, see fire. So we have done so much in the health sector. Because of time, let me go to number 5. Job creation. Kwa vijana. Niseme. Many politicians are giving us lectures about unemployment and lack of income opportunities for young people. Many governments have come and gone, but we have never had a comprehensive, deliberate, intentional program run by government for creating jobs and income opportunities. This is the first time under the UDA administration. Niseme. Munajua tuko na program ya affordable housing. You know we have affordable housing where we are building houses for the people of Kenya to give them dignity. We want to increase the number of Kenyans who live in decent places. That program will transform Kenya in a way we will not believe. It will transform Kenya. That is how. Ni Singapore, si Singapore. Ni Singapore, si Singapore. That is how nations are built. And I want to challenge those naysayers who are saying that they will roll back the affordable housing program. I want you to tell us how else you can quickly increase Kenya's gross national income if you remove housing. The countries that the president is talking about all the time, Singapore, Malaysia, South Korea, all these countries, one of the catalysts, one of the enablers of rapid development is a very well thought out housing and public infrastructure program. Next time they are going to do an assessment, the World Bank, you will see in a short while the placing that Kenya is going to get in the gross national index income per capita. Kwa sababu nyumba moja ni kama shilingi milioni 2, milioni 3, milioni 4. Now, ordinary people who would never have dreamed of owning a house are house owners. So when you count the income of that person, unaanza na nyumba 2 million. Na ngamia, huyo mtu amesonga. Tuendelee tusiendelee. But more than the houses that we are creating and building for Kenyans, we are creating jobs. Already. Na mnisikiza kwa sababu nyinyi ndio mtaenda kuuza manifesto ya chama huko. The affordable housing program, which also has a market construction program. Si kuna masoko pale? Affordable housing peke yake, we have 235 active sites. Last week ilikuwa 230, lakini nimeambiwa asubuhi we have added 5 more sites. We are 235 sites today, active. We have 400 markets being constructed. We are doing hostels for our students, creating 177,000 student hostel beds across the country for our TVET and university students. We are also doing institutional housing that had collapsed for our police, for our prison officers, for our defense forces, using this affordable housing program. And today, the contracts that have been signed, if you add what has just been signed off, we are now approaching 800 billion Kenya shillings worth of contracts under this program. Once they finish the current procurement, we'll be achieving 800 billion worth of projects under affordable housing, markets, and also the construction of hostels and institutional housing. But more than that, we are creating jobs for our young people. That sector has now employed 500,000 young people who are not working in 2022. 500,000 young people. The president has directed the ministry and other stakeholders to make sure by the end of this year that program employs 1 million people, 1 million young people. All manner of jobs, architects, engineers, artisans, electricians, plumbers, everybody in between, quantity surveyors, hata watu ya kazi ya mkono wako area. Kwa hiyo affordable housing. So the people who want to roll back affordable housing program should tell us what they will do with the already 500,000 young people working under that program and who are likely to hit 1 million young people by the end of this year. But we also have another jobs and income creating avenue. We are also encouraging young people who are tech savvy to do digital jobs. What have we done to make sure that digital jobs are increased in the last 3.5 years, 4 years? Number one, we have increased the fiber optic, the construction of the fiber optic cable by 30,000 kilometers. We are also building G2 labs, ICT hubs, and we are also enlarging that space of ICT connectivity. And today, 316 G2 labs are operational.